right, good afternoon, guys, and welcome out to the third round of our Caribbean Sim Racing Championship Series. We've just finished the official practice there, and now we're going to head into the qualifying session. Just let me get myself set up here. So we are at Wallerfield International Circuit in Trinidad and Tobago, on mainland Trinidad, that is. And let's just have a look here. Beautiful looking small track in it. So we're gonna get these guys here up and ready into qualifying. I'm sitting with the guys today in the Discord server. You can see the list of their names there on the top right hand corner of your screen, and we're gonna have them out here in just a bit to begin official qualifying. Man, how are you guys doing out there? Let me get my YouTube chat up and going. Alright, give us a like and a share right quick. Let's get the viewers up in this one, guys, as we're nearing completion of this series. It's going to be a nice little introduction to what we have coming for you here in the Caribbean. Alright, is that official qualifying? It is. Let's see who are the first ones to be out. It's Martin Webster, followed by Sebastian Palmer and Garth Huey there. And then we have Demani Edwards, as they've got 10 minutes of qualifying here. We're going to stick right on the hover cam. Derek Rudder there from Barbados is going around as well. And we've got Jaden Harrison in the server today, as well as Mario Mills and about two other guys here to join us. Martin Webster now goes on a fast one, as well as Sebastian Palmer. Expect them to get faster as they go around the track here. I wonder if I can get the drone to give me a nice shot of the left-hand side as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shot right here of the entire circuit here at Wallerfield International Raceway. Well, that's not the official name. It's actually Wallerfield International Circuit. All right, let's get some information here. Eight minutes left on the clock here. And we're gonna look at Martin Webster in a moment here as he comes across the line. He's gonna add a time here to the sheet. Oh, it's Demani Edwards though with the fastest time so far.
Yeah.
And here is the Jamaican Demani Edwards, just come across the line there. 43.936 is the time to beat. Martin Webster not that far away with 600ths of a second here to his name. 700ths of a second, actually.
Yeah, we can.
And Mario Mills there going third fastest, followed by Derek Rudder. And that what you're hearing in the background is ours. Martin Webster heads back into the pits there. Mario Mills is up on his previous time there. 600ths up on his previous time, as we've got the guys there in the background talking. That's their race director, John Green, joining us now for qualifying. as we're looking at Mario Mills here sitting. Oh, he's run that wide on the penultimate turn. Clearly going to lose some time there. Let's see what he does, though. It's already 2 seconds in. 3. Oh, 8/10 down. Meanwhile, looking at Derek Rudder here, Tavar Clark and Orlando Morris has finally registered a time there in 6th and 7th, non-respectively. Tavar does go. Whoa, Sebastian Palmer.
So it's asked if you could hear them, so you could turn
with a 42.9 there. The youngster definitely out and enjoying these Nissan Sentras here today.
John?
I'm just going to step away now from the comms.
For you.
Alright, no problem.
As everyone is good to go there, I should say. Oh, I was getting my my tablet up to see what's going on here on YouTube. So let's get that done, as we've got 5.5 minutes left here in qualifying session. No biggie, right? It's just crunch time. Sebastian Palmer, though, can he go faster here on this lap? First sector's time is, he goes 200ths of a second faster, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good there from the young Jamaican. And he's improving even better here in the second sector. So he's about to come across the line now, and he's definitely going to go faster, Sebastian Palmer. With a 42.834, puts a 10.5 on the board there for the rest of the guys. Meanwhile, closest person to him, well, was Damani Edwards. He's now going slowly around on the inside line there. And it looks like Martin Webster is on a fast one here, following Orlando Morris. Oh, Damani was probably just looking for a train so that he can block that air that was in front of him. And Morris does goes up. Martin Webster does improve his time as well. These Nissan. Oh, Tavar Clark with a 43.2. Not nearly as fast as Sebastian Palmer. 4/10 away is a lot of time to cover, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that much. Oh, we got someone there that was in a bad position. Kind of blocked Tavar, but Tavar nevertheless carries on here. He's down on his previous time here. John said that it looks like it's a bunch of taxi men driving. Hey John, don't disrespect the hustle, bro. There's guys in Trinidad that be driving cars just like these on their track days, and that is exactly what we're trying to mimic here in Group B. It's street cars that you'll just take to the track because you love motor racing that much. So Tavar now gets another opportunity, but he messes up the edge. You can see that car sliding off the track there. Where's Damani Edward? Comes across the line to begin a fast one here. So let's stick with Damani as he goes around a lap of Wallerfield Circuit. Alright, so if the first time you're joining us, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because this series is at round 3 of 4, and we're going to finish it off next weekend right here on the channel at Bushy Park Circuit. Edwards cannot go faster there, but Martin Webster does take that second position away from Tavar Clark, who we saw last having issues. 2 minutes left on the clock now as Tavar comes around and is going to begin a fast one here. Let's ride with Tavar on our GoPro cam here. Not sponsored by GoPro, I should say. Beautiful entry there into turn one, but what does the sector one time says? Edwards with a 43, Rudder with a 43-0 to take third position away from Edwards, and Tavar now finds himself in fifth. He's up though by almost 2/10, I should say, Tavar Clark, as he comes around the penultimate turn here now. Can he take back what is his in second position? Oh, yes, he does with a 43 flat, ladies and gentlemen. Tavar Clark with a response there. Martin Webster in the pits. What about Derek Rudder? Comes across the line any second now. Oh, he misses out there from going faster. Edwards is now beginning a lap, or I think he just left the pits. I'm not sure. Nope, it's running, so he's down there by 0.04 of a second is Damani Edwards. Ooh, Jaden Harrison having a lot of difficulties there. Oh, he's up now, Damani Edwards. 0.08 of a second up on the fastest time there. As they're feathering the throttle out of the penultimate turn. It's 10 seconds left in the session. Ladies and gentlemen, Damani Edwards comes across the line. He goes second fastest with a 42.993. Look at that. Everyone except for Garth Huey are within 1 second of each other. This is a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. These Nissan Sentras SRE, oh man, a thing here at Wallerfield. But Palmer goes faster with a 42.695. Edwards, can you have a response? Can we have a response here, Edwards? He comes across the line here. I don't think he's faster on this lap, but let's stick with him for the following one. Sebastian goes back in the pit. Oh, Rudder 42.983. Now Edwards has got double work to do here. Ooh, and he messes. Nope, over. That's over. Qualifying is over. What a short qualifying there. 10 minutes ran out so fast. But it's none other than Sebastian Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, that takes that qualifying session away here. Let's have a look at the center of the Jamaican. Beautifully done there by Sebastian Palm as we await now the time to head. Look at the timings. I can't believe. Look at the timing sheet, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the timing sheet. That is as close as we can get here. And I want to show you guys much wider, much larger timing sheet here available to us as we await the start of race number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian Palmer comes away with that one, followed by Derek Rudder and then Damani Edwards. I'm trying to get myself in a nice position here with the drone cam to watch the start of this race. Followed by Tavar Clark, then Martin Webster, Orlando Morris, Mario Mills, Jaden Harrison, and Garth Huey. 9 combatants on the line here today, folks. Gonna have a nice exciting event, I should say. Alright, we're ready to go racing now, guys. And let's get ready for them. Do a little zoom in here. Look at how they're all lined up there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get to the first person here on the grid. It's none other than Sebastian Palmer, followed by Derek Rudder, Damani Edwards, then we have Tavar Clark, Martin Webster, Orlando Morris, Mario Mills, Jaden Harrison, and then Garth Huey. 9 combatants here, 1 minute left on the clock before we go racing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third round of our Caribbean Sim Racing Series. It's round number 3, Wallerfield International Circuit. We do have 4 total races to get to you today. This is the first of 2 in this category, Group B. And then we've got 2 in Group A. The fastest guys in the Caribbean there in Group A. 30 seconds left on the clock now before we head into race 1 for Group B. Let's get this show on the road. Let's see. Let's take the time. Let's take the names off for a bit. Let's see who gets a good start here. 5, 6 lights are on. And they are off, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got some Tavar Clark getting off the line quite slowly there. Oh, look at the race down, but it's Damani Edwards with the jump into turn 1. There's a huge accident there. Damani Edwards, though, does make it out alive, followed by Martin Webster, who's followed closely by Jaden Harrison. Unfortunately, Jaden Harrison with a nose up on the inside gets underneath Martin Webster. Garth Huey now up into 4th position. Sebastian Palm all the way back into 5th now, ladies and gentlemen. Followed by Orlando Morris. They're in 6th position. Up into 4th now with Garth Huey with an issue here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! Does suffer a huge issue there, which puts Sebastian Palmer back into 4th position. Well, he wasn't there at the start, but you know what I mean, as Edwards completes his first lap here, followed by Jaden Harrison. Not a good start there for Jaden in qualifying, but look at him making up some time now and some space here. Sorry about that. Someone says the game volume is too low. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just correct that quite quickly. Do let me know how it sounds now. As Sebastian Palmer makes another move. Ooh, it's Derek Rudder seeing the other side of the track now. As Sebastian Palmer makes a move there into 3rd position. Fastest lap being set by Damani. He's out of here. As Martin Webster tries to make a move up into 5th position but cannot get it done. Mario Mills involved along with Garth Huey again at the same turn. In an incident here, but Edwards continues to hold on here as against Jaden Harrison, who's now 3 seconds down. Sebastian Palmer able to hold this Sentra under him as well and climb back up the ladder after being taken out there in turn 1. Tavar Clark, another fast one here at Wallerfield in 4th. Derek Rudder does get himself into 5th position after suffering an incident there. Martin Webster does see now 6th position. He's not that far away from Derek Rudder here. So let's follow. Oh, Sebastian Palmer gets up into 2nd position as Jaden Harrison has an issue now. And now he's going to fall prey, Jaden Harrison, to Tavar Clark. These Sentras are sporting an SR20 DE, ladies and gentlemen. And Mario Mills suffers even more issues here. We can see him heading into the pits. No, that's Orlando Morris has got some issues here. And it's why I think they're calling a restart now to the session. Yes, it does seem so. Took them a while to do that, 5 laps in, but we're going to get a restart here from the race director, who is John Green. Well, what a race that was turning out to be here. It took a while for them to call in that safety car and get this race restarted, but nevertheless it's going to happen, I guess. Oh man, I was actually enjoying that race though. I must admit. Alright, we want to get the drone camera back up so we can... Okay, here we go. Get a good start. Get a good look at the start. So drone is moving into position. He's ready here. Alright. Oh man, what an eventful start that was to the third round of our Caribbean Sim Racing Series here for the Group B combatants. The Group B are a slightly slower class of guys and are usually the newbies to sim racing, while we've got the quote-unquote aliens in Group A that are coming along a little bit later in the evening here. They're driving none other than the Renault RS01 that is owned by Franklin Booteram there in Trinidad and Tobago. He's got two Renaults, as a matter of fact. He's also got the Megane trophy car. And as he's not racing in the CMRC, it is a car, you know, boasted here to run at Wallerfield, and that's why we chose it, you know, to put it out here on a test per se against some of the fastest guys. So 10 seconds there now on the clock as we go racing once again at Wallerfield Raceway. 6 lights are on and they are off, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like everyone has a great start this time around. We got Sebastian Palmer there on the inside. Is he clear? We've got Donnie Edwards. No, another incident there. Martin Webster definitely is not in good graces here with this Nissan Sentra. Sees himself turned around. Garth Huey himself has an issue as well. But this time on the restart, it's Sebastian Palmer that leads the charge here, followed by Derek Rudder, who has a look on the inside. He's now on a drag race, followed closely behind Damani Edwards, also having a look on the inside. But Palmer still holds his own here. He's going to try him on the break-in. Derek Rudder. Does he get the move done? It's Palmer who sees the inside line and takes it back though. And he's got to watch himself, Derek Rudder. Yes. Oh no, he overshoots that turn. These guys have learned nothing from their training throughout the week. Jaden Harrison as well having a lot of issues there. Followed by Tavar Clark, who is now up into third position. Actually, Tavar not suffering issues. Makes it through that mayhem and now into third position. Mario Mills though, better start here for him. And then Martin Webster sees himself. I thought I saw someone else. I think it's Orlando Morris who's a lap down because he's cut the track, ladies and gentlemen. Orlando Morris, and he's trying to get himself on lap. He puts a nose up on the inside and takes out Mario Mills, ladies and gentlemen. What a disaster there from Orlando. Meanwhile, Sebastian Palmer does lead this quite comfortably for now. Damani Edwards following closely behind. Tavar Clark losing some time here to them. Martin Webster's got Derek Rudder closely behind him. Let's stick with these guys here now. Followed by Mario Mills, Jaden Harrison, Garth Huey, and Orlando Morris, who's got that one lap down to worry about. It's Sebastian Palmer with a 43.0 there. So can Derek close this 6/10 or 7/10 or so he's got ahead of him? As Mario Mills and Jaden Harrison both see the outskirts, and Garth Huey as well. Garth Huey actually moves up into 6th position. So for some drivers, Damani though with a 43.0 there in response to Sebastian Palmer, He's now 1.5 seconds adrift from Sebastian Palmer. And Rudder loses some time there to Martin Webster. So let's see if Demani can close this gap. Look at that. Damani Edwards goes faster again, ladies and gentlemen. Mario Mills in a very awkward position there, as Tavar has had another issue. I think he just put some tires off track. But Sebastian Palmer completes 5 laps here and is still holding on to the lead of this race. Damani Edwards trying his best to close in on him, but at 1.5 second gap cannot be reduced so far. Meanwhile, Tavar Clark sits in a lonely 3rd position. 43 flat there from Sebastian Palmer. He's going faster, ladies and gentlemen. The youngster out of Jamaica. Meanwhile, Tavares puts in his fastest lap of the race. And then Martin Webster has finally shaken the shackles there of Derek Rudder, so he can continue there in peace, I should say. He runs that one way too wide there, Martin Webster. And Derek seems to be following his lines as well. Taking a look back, Jaden Harrison with some more issues here. I don't think I've seen Jaden in the server this past week as much as he'd like. You know, this does happen, as these guys have got their lives to worry about away from sim racing. But no, practice in means that you might end up 6th position in a race, but I'll say that's pretty good for no practice in. Orlando Morse is in the 7th position, though he's a lap down. And Garth Huey seems to be having a lot of issues here, especially with his internet connectivity. You can see that car all over the track. Yep, he's got a lot of issues there, Garth. And he'd better be careful to stay out of the way of the front runners and not cause an incident here. Ooh, that's pretty tough. And he's been I think they were trying to get him out of the server, but we've already made it here onto the 10th lap of the race. 9 laps down. This is the 10th lap your leader is on right now. And man, look at that gap he's opened up from 1.5 seconds to 3.5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Tamani might have just given up on this fight. Tavar Clark here now in a lonely 3rd position, I might add. And then Martin Webster has shaken again, as I mentioned before, Derek Rudder. So they've all settled down now, and it seems as though this is the way in which they will end this one. Garth Huey with the issues there, leaving the server now. So that's a retirement unless he returns here to claim some of these points available to him. Mario Mills saw himself up there in the top 5 just briefly, but now, after being involved in some incidents here, is 4 laps down. Ten laps down there for Sebastian Palmer, soon to be 11 now. And he goes faster. He puts in the fastest time of the race. So 42.622, ladies and gentlemen, is Sebastian Palmer. Damani Edwards, though, cannot produce anything here to take the fight to him. Mario Mills does claim that position over Garth Huey. Damani's got to watch himself now not to run these tires down. But clearly these guys in Group B here, some close racing could be had if they can just be a little bit more aware of the cars surrounding them. So with 12 laps down now, we've got Derek Rudder. It's looked like he's closing in now on Tavar Clark, Derek Rudder. The Barbadian is now getting his Sentra under him. That's right along with the Bajan as he exits the penultimate turn here. You can hear him power shifting that Sentra, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty slow there into turn one. He's got a second, 1.3 seconds or 1.5 seconds here to Tavar Clark. And I say he can close that gap. And already the leader is on the final lap. 14 laps gone. 15 about to be completed here. Can Rudder close this gap here to Tavar Clark? It doesn't seem like he can. Nope. It doesn't seem as though he can close this gap. He's going to just stick it in there though for 4th position. And that's it. Race over, ladies and gentlemen. Tavar Clark comes across the line there in 1st position, followed by Damani Edwards here. Tavar Clark is going to claim 3rd. And then Derek Rudder with a fight there against the Jamaican is going to claim 4th position. Martin Webster, not a fan of these cars here, but is going to claim 5th position to add to his standings here. He's actually in the lead for the Group B combatants here in Point Sebastian. Quite happy there with the outcome of that P1. As Martin Webster comes across the line, it's Jaden Harrison that is going to complete in 6th position, followed by Orlando Morris. And then Mario Mills. Sebastian Palmer, quite ecstatic there that that's his first win, the youngster. He's already back in the pit lane. Well done by him indeed. Second on the board there is Damani Edwards, and then Tavar Clark, Derek Rudder, and Martin Webster came in 4th position. Sorry, 5th. Then we've got Jaden Harrison managing to claim 6th. Orlando Morris goes into 7th, and then Mario Mills will unfortunately bring the rear up of the field. Well, that's your first race done and dusted. 15 laps under the belt here. There's another one to come, this time with a reverse grid. Stand by. It was an eventful race for sure. We had a restart some 5 laps in, and Then we got going once again. This time they put on a good show for us. Sebastian Palmer getting away from the rest of the pack quite quickly, and he was not seen after that. Derek Rudder tried to put up a fight there against Tavar Clark, but Tavar holding his own in second position. A great race done by him, I should say. And that was that for race 1 of our Group B combatants. You're now going to head into race number 2. That is a reverse grid. If you've not been following us, this is the Caribbean Sim Racing series. It's a new series here to the CSRO where we feature cars and tracks known to the Caribbean, and that is why we have a Nissan Sentra SRE with an SR20 DE on track here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a well-known car there in Trinidad. I know it's got a lot of fans, that's for sure. And a lot of Sunday track day drivers that have these cars. Group B is meant for that group of persons as we head back on the grid now for race number 2. Right, so I'm saying Group B has got those kind of drivers in... What's wrong with the drone? It doesn't want to focus, Captain. Alright, no worries. We're just going to get it closer here. So there is your grid inverted. Get high, drone. Too high and too close. So that's your grid inverted there. So we've got Mario Mills, Orlando Morris, Jaden Harrison are going to start on the front row. Martin Webster, Derek Rudder, Tavar Clark, second row, and then we've got Damani Edwards and Sebastian Palmer there on the end of the grid. Christian Rajnath, or one of our race stewards there, is at the back. Don't worry about him. He won't take part in the race. It's just that we need to be in these servers as the races are going on, and that's why he is there. Alright, so we're ready to go racing here for the second time in Group B. I'll do something that is known throughout the Caribbean. It's calling out the next group. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Group A, your race is next. Group A, your race is next. Please be prepared to get into the next... Well, in this way, in this virtual world, the next server instead of the next grid setup. All right, here we go. We're about to go racing here now. Everyone, focused on the lights here. 6 lights are on, and they're off here. Everyone seems as though they've got a good start. Oh, Jaden Harrison losing the position already to Tavar Clark. As we look up the line as well, it's Mario Mills covering his inside line. He's bumped by Orlando Morris now. Derek Rudder, meanwhile, gets through. Oh, we got another bump. Sebastian Palmer sees the rear end of someone else. As he's facing the other way, he's in front of Orlando Morris. So the youngsters out there in turn 1. And Derek Rudder makes a smooth getaway. Tavar Clark follows. Martin Webster again sees the wall. Jaden Harrison, meanwhile, gets by, goes up into third position. Damani Edwards now into fourth, followed by Orlando Morris. It doesn't seem as though they're going to restart this one. Sebastian Palmer, let's make his way. He's back on his feet now into sixth position. Martin Webster gets back into the pits, probably with damage. Mario Wills here. Not sure. I think he's got damage as well. Not quite sure what's going on here with Mario Mills. Meanwhile, Derek Rudder is coming around the second, third, and he's going into the fourth turn now. Mario Mills with a serious issue there. He's got to stay out of the way of these guys. He does get off the racing line. As Rudder takes a comfortable lead here against Tavar Clark. But is it that comfortable though? No, it's not. Morris goes into third position, followed by Sebastian Palmer. He's claiming some time here, Palmer. Running it a bit wide here. Okay, it seems as though they're going to restart it. I'm not sure why they're taking this long to restart this race, man. I'm not quite sure. We're going to restart now. I did see the race director make the call, but it's a tight race here going on between Tavar Clark and Rudder. And it seems, yes, we are going to do a race restart here. Man, I was hoping that we continued with that race, though. Let's get back up to the field here. So we got Steven saying in chat that the stewards are going to have a field day with this one. That is indeed true. Alright, so Martin Webster has given up on this car. He said, you guys have fun. He's going to take a walk. He's got nothing to worry about, though. He's leading this championship. Alright, where are we at now? Okay. Alright. So, 30 seconds almost on the board. You know, these cars are implemented to try and train these guys into what it takes here. Driving different types of cars. This one is a front wheel drive car with a little bit more power than you would expect, so you've got to feather the throttle there on exit, but you've also got to watch yourselves while driving next to each other, as we've got the lights coming on back once again here for Group B. And Jaden Harrison again with a slow start. Tavar Clark having to pull out here from in front of him. They do get a good run down. Everyone's staying away from the inside line. It's clean. It's clean. Morris does lose a position. He gains it back, though. It's clean into turn one. Edwards now losing some positions here. They've got, Mario Mills runs it wide, and someone goes flying off the track there. Mario being bumped as well. Everyone just hesitant on the acceleration here. And this is what you will expect from these guys in Group B. It's damage control now, but Orlando Morris takes the lead of the race, followed by Damani Edwards, Tavar Clark, Sebastian Palmer, Jaden Harrison, Derek Rudder. And Edwards is on the inside. He has a look briefly. Right now with him. Losing control ahead of him, and now they're side by side. Look at that. Orlando Morris messes it up all by himself. Tavar goes into first position, while Edwards was battling to keep it straight there. And look at it, Palmer now back into third. Jaden Harrison up into fourth. Rudder goes into fifth position, followed by Orlando Morris now into sixth. We might have lost someone else here. Palmer with a 43.5. That's the fastest of the lap. He's on a charge, ladies and gentlemen. From this, guys, you can see here who are the guys to look at in the future as well. Harrison with an issue. Oh no, he just lost that car from under him now. He gives up 2 positions there to Rudder and Morris. Does get it going again But Clark holds on to this lead, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he now? He's just completed the third lap of this race, but Palm is the one with a chart 43 flat, ladies and gentlemen. He's some 4 seconds away from the top runners, but nevertheless holding his own. Morris not that far away either from Derek. So the top 5, ladies and gentlemen, top 5 has got this car mastered, I should say. And looking further up the field now, Palmer closes that gap even more to Edwards. Edwards losing out somewhere along the lap. Palmer just that good on the brakes. Back on the acceleration, he goes out of turn 1. He's in the third gear. Losing some time here though to Edwards now. Why isn't he coming out of third gear? I'm not sure. Is he having issues here now with his wheel? Demani Edwards though with the fastest lap there now at a 43.0. And Sebastian Palm is not seeing second gear. You can see them handling this body roll. Ooh, smoke coming out there from under Demani Edwards' car. Damani runs it wide. Sebastian Palmer has a look on the inside there now. He's sitting just 1 second away. Jaden Harrison having some issues there. He said the restart resetted his force feedback on his wheel. That's very sad to know, man. As Palmer here now is losing even more time to Demani Edwards. You can see Edwards just wringing out that gearbox there and got those tires burning onto that Sentra. Let's ride now with Demani Edwards. They're on the 8th lap of this race. So you can see Demani going for that second gear, unlike Sebastian Palmer. Man, look at the lines. Demani is taking over Sebastian Palmer, and he's closing the door now to Tavar Clark. Trying to find grip on these street tires is one thing, but being allowed to hear that SR20 red line is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't even sound like an SR20. Palmer though finally gets some time back to him. 42.9 now sees him. As Edwards closes the gap, he oversteers. Edwards oversteers and loses that. Now he's tagged from behind as he's all out of shape. Sebastian goes up into second position. Rudder loses further. Edwards, sorry, loses further positions to Rudder and Morris now, who goes into third and fourth respectively. And just like that, the race has flipped. The race has flipped now for Demani Edwards. Palmer up into second position now. Can you believe this youngster's luck? But it's not just luck. He is driving that car and he is holding on here as Tavar is now on the 9th lap of this race. Sorry, the 10th lap of this race. 5 will see us soon. 5 more to go. We'll see us soon. as he's running quite a clean race, I should say here. Palmer some 6 seconds adrift. Gotten up into second. Rudder has got a charging Morris now close behind. We ride now with Morris. Palmer with a faster lap there, 42.625. Late break in here from Orlando Morris against his countryman Derek Rudder. Closes the gap even more. That power shifting. Ooh, look at how close they are. Almost nicks the bumper there of Rudder. Has Morris. He's in the slipstream now. Can he get it done on the braking into turn 1? He's going for the outside line here. What an unusual move on the inside. Sorry, down the outside there. They've got to be very careful though. Edwards is not that far behind. So while they're fighting, they're losing time to Sebastian Palmer. And Edwards is also closing the gap. On contrary, I'm now seeing more than 1 second behind Edwards. He probably lost control once again. But this is the closest race we have to give you right now. Under braking again. Look at it. He's got to look outside. Rudder gets nicked and manages to stay straight. A little bit of lateness there on the apex from Morris. Sees him lose that time to Rudder. Oh, he might have it here now, though. There he is. He's having a look on the inside once again. How close is he? Just 3/10 away is Morris. Some will say he's got it now. He's just got to get it on the brake in here as Rudder runs wide, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to try the up and under here. He's got a huge door open for him. He's got to watch not to touch doors. Now he's side by side almost. Oh, he just misses out there, Morris. Great racing, great respect here from the duo in 3 and 4. Oh, he's on the power. No, he touches Rudder. And he's got to let Rudder get back that position there. And he does, and they go racing once again. Meanwhile, the leader, Tavar Clark, is on the final lap. Tavar comes across the line in first position. Sebastian Palmer follows in second. Derek Rudder is going to hold on to this third position. Great run by him. Followed by his countryman Orlando Morris. And then Damani Edwards is going to come across the line. Meanwhile, Jaden Harrison will finish in 6th position. But Garth Huey and Martin Webster will be counted as did not finish as they exited the server there before the race got completed. It's Sebastian Palmer, sorry, Tavar Clark on his lap around Wallerfield here as the winner in the second round. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back shortly with Group A. So stay tuned for that one. Alright, welcome back, guys. We are here with the fastest sim racers within the Caribbean, and we're going to get the official qualifying session restarted here in a bit before we go racing. Okay, so this is not official qualifying here. What we had was a little time to get the drivers in. Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm gonna fix that mic issue now. I just remembered what's going on here with the mic. The gain was all the way up. Let's see if this works. Let me know, guys, out there. Oh, you see that RS01 just flying past here, the brake markers. Okay, so I just want to let you guys let me know, let me know, guys. Is the volume okay here now? Alright, here we go. This is the official qualifying session here now, guys. The first one out the pits is none other than Oswin Wilson, followed by Javon Codrington. Dominic Charles, the home boy here at Wallerfield Raceway, followed by Jamal Boudou. Stephen Pummels, great. Thanks for the confirmation there from Tavar Clark. Then Afraz Ali. And this is their outlap, so I'm not going to bother to follow them around just yet until we got some timings here to look at. Let's get the drone at turn 1 here. And who's this? We got Chris Braffett leaving the pits now. Oh, it's already a race, it seems. On the inside, there's Oswin Wilson against Dominic Charles. And Javon Codrington having front row seats to that one. Jamal Boudou there, followed by Stephen Pummels, Afraz Ali, Ryan Hunt. And then I can see Tommy Core finally being able to enter the server here after once again reaching home late today. Here we go, guys. Let's get this. Okay then, thanks a lot there to Tavar Clark and Sean Lee for the confirmation of... Ooh, who's that? That has issue there on the internet. Oh, it's Stephen Pummels. He's got to watch himself there. I think he recognizes it too. He pulls over there on the outskirts of turn 1 almost, I should say. So with it's Chris Braffett now with a time on the board. Dominic Charles with a 35.0, almost a half a second ahead of Chris Braffett. And he's followed he's following Chris Braffett closely there. Is Dominic Charles. Registering at 209.9 there kilometers on that. Here we got a yellow flag. I think it's still for Dominic. Does Dominic go faster there? I couldn't tell, but it's Jamal Boudou now that goes up into 3rd position here. Afraz Ali finally registers a time, so does O'Neill. So we've got 8 registrants so far. Sorry about that, I was looking away for a bit. We got Oswin Wilson here in a fourth position. Oh, he nicks the outskirts of the tire barriers. They're having to go. Oh, Dominic goes even faster now. He throws on a little bit of 2/10 just to spare. So we've got the top two after him. Now, back in the pits here, Oswin back out on track. We're gonna ride here with Oswin, sorry, as he goes around Wallerfield to begin his first lap. Sorry, a fast lap. We got a nice in-car view here of the RS01. Brakes at that 50-meter mark. Gets it tucked in there. A little bit oversteer. He's down by almost 3/10 there of the fastest time. But is faster than Budu and Braffit. Oh, he's lost some time there now. Going to come across the line here. I don't think he's going to be able to claim some positions here. No, he does not. So the car might just be getting warmed up here. So he's going to go for another one. We're going to stick with Oswin here. Tommy Gore. Oh, O'Neill goes 6th fastest there with a 35.696. Pommels with a 35.694 to take that away from O'Neill. And Tommy Gore finally registering a time there in 9th position. I don't think I've seen Tommy put in a decent amount of laps here in practice, as we've only got 5 minutes now left in qualifying session. Oswin Wilson over the line, cannot go faster than this. A 4th position has him. Chris Brathwaite. Chris Brathwaite comes across the line here now. He goes faster, but it's not enough. Pommels, though, goes fastest into 4th position. Takes that position away from Oswin Wilson. But look at it. Javon Codrington with a 35.265 to put himself up in there. Everyone within the top 8, I should say, is well within a second of each other. Codrington not going faster here on this lap, though. Meanwhile, Codrington is ahead on the lap, so we'll stick with Codrington. Gore does go faster. Charles goes even faster now. It's 3/10 between himself and Brathwaite. Brathwaite now leaving the pits. Budu comes across the line now. Cannot go faster than Javon Codrington, but does go faster than his fastest previous time. Looking back now, Oswin pulls that car over, does not have this Renault under him. And Alfred's Ali here in 7th position, not that far away from Oswin Wilson. Some 600ths of a second separates himself and that 6th position. He comes across the line now. Doesn't produce a faster time. Where is O'Neill? O'Neill comes out of the penultimate turn here. He's got 4 seconds to get across the finish line here to be ahead of Dominic Charles, and he cannot do it. Tommy Gore on the other hand comes across the line now, cannot improve over anyone else, but does himself. 36.1 there on 36.2, sorry, on that lap. Looking back now, where is Chris? Chris begins a flyer. Let's stick with Chris. For hundredths of a second down from the fastest lap there through sector 1. Now is 2/10 down in sector 2. So he's making a better time. Oh, that's not looking good there for Chris Brathwaite. He's actually going to go back into pit lane. Meanwhile, Codrington here, Budu with an issue as well, goes back into pit lane. Pommels comes out of the penultimate turn. 4 seconds to get above Dominic Charles. Can he do it? Meanwhile, Oswin Wilson does go faster but cannot produce a time to go over Stephen Pummels here. The top four are all sitting in pit lane with less than a minute. Sorry, it's about a minute 40 seconds here. A minute and a half almost. As Tommy Gore puts in a faster time there than his previous one, but still sits in ninth. Oswin Wilson seems as though he's got a great exit here coming out of the penultimate turn. He does, and he takes fourth position away there from Budu. Climbing up the ladder, he is Wilson. Where is his timing there? He's a tenth down there from the fastest time set on the board. Finally, Tommy Gore gets over into 8th position here now. Oswin trying to make that entry there as close as possible to the apex, and he cannot improve there. Meanwhile, Stephen Pummels comes across the line. He cannot improve himself. Afras Ali, we're taking a look down the line here now. Comes across the line with a 36-1 and cannot improve himself. Tommy Gore is the driver, not that far away, and cannot improve as well. It seems as though this is the end though, as 20 seconds are left on the timing sheet here to signal the end of Oswin Wilson moves into 3rd position there with a 35.246 ahead of Javon Codrington. Codrington has got only 0.02 of a second separating himself and Wilson, and just cannot on the finish line get it over while the checkered flag is being waved. Meanwhile, we've got Afras Ali here still on a lap, as well as Chris Braffett just cannot produce one here. Dominic Charles is going to call that quits as well, as we're in overtime, where the drivers have some time here to finish the fast lap that they're on. Afras is going to take that into the pits. No, he's going to carry on here. He's going to give us a 36. Nope, it's not anything to be happy about there from Afras Ali, and that's the end of overtime. So Tommy Gore not being given an opportunity here to get in a faster lap. Meanwhile, it's Dominic Charles who leads the board here with a 34.780, followed by Chris Brathwaite with a a 35.109. Then Oswin Wilson with a 35.246. Javon Codrington with a 35.265. Followed by Jamal Budu there with a 35.321, as Stephen Pummels coming in with a 35.442, followed by Afras Ali there with a 35.578. Tommy Gore managing to get up into 8th position with a 35.644, and Ryan O'Neill Hunt with a 35.696, ladies and gentlemen, as we await the start of the first race here of the Group A's. Let's check out what's going on in YouTube. Meanwhile, we've got the timing score on the screen there for you of that previous run there. A lot of great information available to you if you're looking on a television. All right, here we go. We're ready for race 1 here now. We can get the drone ready here now for these guys and switch you back to the live view. Lights will soon be on here. And we will soon be underway here for the first race at Wallerfield International Circuit with your Group A combatants, the fastest guys on a sim rig in the Caribbean. We've got Dominic Charles there leading the charge on the inside line front row. And here we go, 10 seconds left on the clock. You will see the LED lights now come on. 6 of them to get going. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it seems as though we're going to have a rolling start here. Some good stuff here to come. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. This is exhilarating as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Mimicking exactly what we see in the Caribbean here in this Caribbean Sim Racing Series. It's Dominic Charles here with advantage. So it's going to be a 3-wide start here, ladies and gentlemen, as they are set on the grid. Under the starters orders now, and they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Javon Codrington, who's this? Chris Braffett seems a little bit ahead here than Dominic Charles on the inside line. Do they leave the room? No. Oswin gets spun around here. Loses some position as well as Jamal Boudou, and Javon Codrington lost position. Look at it. Javon out onto the grass now. Or dirt, and oh my god. It's Tommy Gore, ladies and gentlemen. Already up into second position here. Dominic Charles, meanwhile, gets a great start here. 3 seconds ahead on the field, and it's going to be a restart here from your race director. Alright, he was not happy with that restart, so he's going to take it back to the line and have them do it all over again. So this is exactly what we see in the Caribbean as well. It's pretty hard to get the faster guys started in the Caribbean as well. By the time they do get it started, the attrition damage is way high on some of these cars. But virtually, we're allowed to go racing again and again and again if we choose to. So remember, guys, if it's the first time you're joining us, this is the Caribbean Sim Racing Series, where we try to mimic racing within the Caribbean, utilizing the same cars and tracks available to us in the simulation Assetto Corsa. We are currently at the Wallerfield International Circuit there in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is the Group A guys, your fastest racers, sim racers here in the Caribbean. Or as some like to say, Caribbean. So as we await the countdown here, it's going to be a rolling start once again. 18 laps on the board, but after they would have gotten completed. All right, here we go. So they're gonna head around track now. Trying to get some warmth into those tires here. Big guns, big fast cars, little circuit. Let's go racing, guys, for the third round of the Caribbean Sim Racing Series. And here we go. We've got a clean start now. Where is the timing sheet? There it is. Everyone through smoothly. Ooh, it's a nail-biting experience, I'll let you know. Oswin Wilson with the hole shot after turn 1. Gets it going here. Followed by Chris Brathwaite. Dominic Charles has been relegated to position 3. Ooh, Boudou with a... Oh, it's Tommy Gore with a move on the inside of Boudou. Is it clean? There's a drag race now down to the front line. Oswin Wilson is running away with this one. He's got the fastest time on the board so far. Well, the race has just begun. Of course he's going to have the fastest time. But it's Boudou fighting back Tommy Gore. 2 into 1. Does it go? A little bit of touch there. Tommy does get back on track. And no. Takes out Boudou. And do they get going again? Afrazali as well having some issues through that section. But looking back up the field here now, it's Chris Brathwaite with a charge. Meanwhile, what's going on with Dominic? Are we still racing? It seems like it. Because Chris is going full bonanza here on Oswin Wilson. He's trying to get up to the Guyanese. And he can see that first position. You can see him managing that oversteer there. But Oswin sets the fastest time there on the lap to let Brathwaite knows who boss is. Charles is sitting back quite unlike him here. He does have a lot of points here on the board, does Dominic Charles. But he is the crowd favorite here for Wallerfield. Codrington, not that far away, but knowing Charles, he's going to manage that. Meanwhile, 35-0 there now from Charles. It looks like he's definitely putting on the pressure now. That's the fastest time of the race. Did he just touch the wall there, Dominic Charles? Oswin having a great race here. He's managing his pace quite well against Chris Brathwaite. Oh, he's got some blue flags here in front of him. It's Stephen Pommels who runs into the pits there. He's going to have to do a drive-through penalty now, does Stephen Pommels, after entering the pit lane more than the pit limit provides. We ride now with Chris Brathwaite. I can tell you it's really hard here for Chris to put a challenge against Oswin Wilson because he's got that wheel spin to deal with. Meanwhile, Oswin Seems as though, oh, who's that? It's Alfred's trying to come back on track. He's good in a corner there, and he's going to definitely look to get back on track in a safe manner. Oh, it seems as though Chris has a ticket to a fight here with Oswin Wilson, and he's going to honor it. This is where he's losing time though, Chris. Here you can see Dominic in the rear view. He's going faster here with a 34.917. She's catching up to these two guys here, but can he get past? Hard to look away now as Chris is getting even stronger here throughout the rest of the lap. Can he just nail this penultimate turn though? And he will have Oswin Wilson in the bag. It's a drag race now. And you can see in the rearview mirror, Dominic Charles is becoming more and more apparent as he sets another fastest lap. Looking at Dominic, he's got a front row seat to this fight. As they dip their feet there into the sand. Or I should say dirt. Oswin Wilson runs it wide. Now Chris Brathwaite has got a good run on him. But still, Oswin holds on to that first position. Meanwhile, Dominic becomes more apparent in the rearview mirrors of Chris Brathwaite. It's a Guyanese, followed by a Bajan, followed by a Trini. The fight is on here, the Caribbean Sim Racing Series. Oh, he's having a look on the inside, Dominic Charles. He's got Oswin to worry about. He goes head on into Oswin Wilson. That's a no-go. Oswin is taken out of turn one. He's got to step aside. Let Oswin reclaim that position. And he does. Oswin does get by now, but in all that chaos, he's lost the position there to Chris Brathwaite, who's now in first. Meanwhile, now that he's given back the position, Dominic can mount an attack against Oswin. Messes up big time there on the braking as Dominic Charles. Meanwhile, looking back down the field, Ryan Hunt has got Tommy Gore ahead of him. Tommy not being able to put in a lot of time here on track throughout the week is sitting in fourth position. And O'Neill is trying to decrease that deficit to him. Looking back now, Charles tries the up and under here, coming out of the penultimate turn. Oswin managing to hold his own here against the Trini. He's on the inside. Good defensive move here, but is it enough? Oh, he's on the inside now, Dominic Charles. And Oswin loses out on that battle with him. Is now relegated to third position. He might also have some damage here to worry about, Oswin Wilson. But if he finishes in third position, that'll be great here, points-wise. Looking back, Tommy Gore is increasing the lead here over Ryan Hunt. Meanwhile, Boodoo here in sixth position. Look at how far down the lap he is. He's actually 2 laps down, but also just coming across turn 1 and 2 there, now into 3. Javon Codrington, Stephen Pummel has been given stop-go penalties of 10 seconds. And it doesn't seem as though they're taking it correctly here. So that's why you see them all the way down in 9th and 8th position here. Positions. And they have to let go of the leaders too as well. Ooh, it's a fight now at the head of the field. Dominic Charles against Chris Brathwaite. Dominic moves on the inside line to defend. On the break and it goes. It's an up and under move here being attempted by Chris Brathwaite. But he's had to back off here. And I think while those guys were on the blue flags, Dominic Charles decided to take his time there to mount an attack and attacked Chris Brathwaite. So Brathwaite now, with the leader on the final lap, has been relegated to 2nd position. Looking back, can Oswin now try to claim a position over Chris? Because Chris has already lost contact with Dominic. And that's it. The end of the race sees Dominic Charles grab that 1st position on the last lap, followed by Chris Brathwaite to bring home 2nd position here, and then Oswin Wilson cheekily being taken out. I shouldn't say cheekily, actually. I think Dominic missed his break-in marker and was taken out of the race there in the 1st position, and he was holding on quite well. Tommy Gore makes it into 4th position. Ryan O'Neill finishes in 5th. Boodoo is going to come across in 6th, and Afras Ali in 7th. Not a bad run there at all. Alright, what a race there, and I think I saw Stephen Pummels and Javon Codrington being kicked from the server because they failed to take the stop-go penalty correctly. I'm not sure what they did to get a stop-go penalty, but it was severe enough for them to be kicked from the server there, or even get that 10-second penalty, I should add. That is all managed by a computer here in the system. So I guess Skynet is attacking. Alright, as you know, or you might not know, race 2 is an inverted grid, so we'll see Dominic Charles having to fight his way from the back of the grid, followed by Chris Brathwaite, Oswin Wilson, Tommy Gore, Ryan O'Neill, Hunt, and Jamal Boodoo, as well as Afras Ali. So that's going to be reverted here. Now we can get Stephen Pummels back into the server, as well as so I think they gotta wait until the server restarts, or else they're just gonna keep getting kicked. But that is managed entirely by an application that we have on the server side of things. So in case, you know, we can't see if someone is cutting the track, is, you know, trying to get into the pits under a faster speed than their auto, then the system comes into play and plays marshal, gives them a warning, penalty, or disqualification for us. And that is exactly what just occurred there for Stephen Pommels and Javon Codrington. Okay, they can try to come back in the server now, as we have guys here. Alright, seems as though that's me in there. Seems as though we're ready here now, so we're gonna do a rolling start once again. And with 1 minute to go here in the second race here of round 3 in the Caribbean Sim Racing Series at Wallerfield International Circuit, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for joining us today as we go racing in our third event in the championship series. Next weekend we go to the 4th and final round at Bushy Park that has recently been released here. Bushy Park Circuit, Barbados, recently been released here for Assetto Corsa, which is the simulation of our choice. So if you'd like to join us, ladies and gentlemen, consider making contact with us via our social media. On Facebook or Instagram, it's Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. You can also find us via email, caribbeansimracing@gmail.com. Alright, so here we go now. So the grid being inverted, we'll see Stephen Pommels, Ryan and Javon Codrington, Ryan O'Neill Hunt. I think Oswin needs to be back some more, and Tommy Gore especially supposed to come ahead there of the guys. You can see them slowing down to get in order. I think Afras might have been given a drive-through penalty here for jumping the start. Anyway, we're ready to go racing here. He's gonna have to join the race at the back of the pack now because of that. Or they're gonna wait on him to rejoin here. Yes, they do. Yes, and you see that drive-through taking their bottom left-hand side of your screen. So they're gonna go for one more rolling lap here. Then we go racing. So it's Stephen Pommels, Javon Codrington, Afras Ali, Jamal Budu, Ryan Hunt, Tommy Gore, Oswin Wilson, Chris Brathwaite, and Dominic Charles in that order. They've got to bring it up alongside here. Afras Ali. Slow as can be here. I'm not sure this is the correct order. No, it's not. So they're coming to a complete stop. Alright, just a little mishap there on the restart in terms of getting them in order. But it's been done now, so we've got, it's gonna be, just to get it back for you guys here, it's gonna be Stephen Palmer, Stefan Codrington, Alfred Ali, that's the front row, Jamal Boudou, Ryan Hunt, Tommy Gore is in the second row, Oswin Wilson, Chris Brathwaite, and Dominic Charles in the third row here. Let's go racing, guys. That's it. They're off, ladies and gentlemen. I did not get to see. Whoa, look at that. It's almost 4 into turn 1. Tommy Gore already in the front row. Oh, and he's been tagged there. Not sure by who, but we got 2 guys turning around there. And it's off to a good start, I should say, except for that 2 there. 4 into 1 cannot go. What's going on? Oh, they're going to do a restart again. It's just, you know, it's just going to be a shorter race, that's all, because the laps are being counted down. All right, seems as though this one, it's got everyone on their heels right now to get going. Sorry about that. No one wants to see me. Actually, to see the guys, I need to start here. Oh man, these guys, I tell you. When you got the fastest guys in the Caribbean in matched cars, this is what'll happen. I guess this is why the CMRC could never see a great. Let's just not get into that. Let's keep the politics out of it, shall we? So it's 8 p.m. We're still early here, but this is what you expect from the fastest guys in the Caribbean here. No points, that many points they're up for the taking in this race. Gonna have some issues. 30 seconds on the clock. right. As you know, it's going to be a rolling start, so they do have to get back in line here. So as we remember, it's Afras, Codrington, Pommel, Gore, Voodoo, O'Neill, Oswin, Charles, and Chris. Afras comes around now. They're set and ready to go racing. They're on the starters orders. I don't think he liked what he saw there. She's gonna have them go around one more time. They were definitely not in line there. She's gonna let them go around another time. This is making me remember, I think it was in 2014 at the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship, CMRC, where we went way into the night at South Dakota Circuit because of the many restarts that we had that evening. It was crazy. We had the Ford Focus versus the Mitsubishi Evos. And let me tell you, boy, that was one event to watch. All right, seems as though they're ready now, and they're beginning to go away. Tommy Gore again with a move on the outside here against Afras Ali. Afras, let me see, do they manage to get? Yes, it's a clean turn one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! Someone goes into the tire barrier, almost takes out the entire field, ladies and gentlemen. And it's chaos throughout the rest of the lap now. It's Gore. It seems as though it was Gore that went into the tire wall and clipped a bunch of guys. I think they're allowed to go racing once again. And now a bunch of guys has got damage, it seems. So, I mean, I can imagine. You can imagine this in real life. Of course, you're not going to be crashing your cars like this in real life, and that's why virtually it's a problem. It's definitely a problem virtually. It's crazy sometimes, you know. It's just crazy. Turn one is way too tight, and then turn two, you just can't make it into turn two with that many cars, three abreast into turn three as well. The tire walls here are unforgiving, let me tell you. If you touch it, consider your suspension arm dead. They probably will have to look at doing a 2x2 start here. Because I don't know what's going on. No one's obviously going to give you an inside line. No one's going to give you a pass. No one's going to let you by without a fight. I can see Tavar saying it's a really tight track. I can tell you what, we've been at tighter tracks here at CSRO. It's just that they're starting 3 abreast, I believe. But it's not up to me. Maybe it's up to the race director to have them. I mean, they went through turn 1 in race 1 quite fine. But it's the final race. People want to be making moves, I should say, with the advantage they've been given in the reverse grid. And they go again. And they go again, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this is the last time we get a restart like this. You gotta also remember, with the rolling start, their tires as well is not that up to temp. And by temp, I mean temperature. So what you have is a carcass of rubber that's not gripping to the surface of the road. Because it's cold. Alright, enough about being the cat in the hat. Let's get going, man. Come on, let's get this race under us. Stephen Pummels takes them around the penultimate turn now. Hopefully for the last time. Tommy Gore, you can see him edging on that outside line. He wants to grab that opportunity to get ahead here. While Dominic Charles, Chris Braffett, and Oswin Wilson has to fight their way through. Under the starting orders now. And I see what they're doing. They're giving him a shorter run to the end of the front straightaway. Has been done in the Caribbean before. Or maybe he doesn't like the way they were. Okay, that wasn't it. Just not happy with the way to start. Thank goodness this is not real life where you burn through those tires and fuel. I remember a race in Barbados with the well-known Mark Vera in his Mazda RX-8. Was ahead of the entire field coming down to like 3 laps or so. And because of a race start that was kept being put off just like this, he ran out of fuel on the very last lap. Would have been an epic battle. Would have been an epic win for that Mazda. Finally, we saw the potential of that Mazda. But that potential was because it was running low on fuel. Alright, here we go. There's a nothing but facts here I can spit for you. And they're off, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Pummels leads the charge. Javon Codrington has a look on the outside. Can he make it stick? Is it a clean turn 1 into turn 2, ladies and gentlemen? We do have someone running wide. I think it was Chris Brathwaite. Oh, it's Jamal Boodoo seeing the curb now as Oswin is spun around. Gore, oh, comes in contact with Hunt on the inside. Someone going off. Who it is? It's Ali. He's off track there. He's got to watch himself not to touch the marshal. Codrington, in the meantime, goes into turn 1 ahead of Pummels. Pummels Just touches. Did he touch that car? I'm not sure. But it's Codrington who leads the charge here now. Gore sees third position. And Pommels has got a job cut out for him. On the inside, Gore tries it. Chris Brathwaite runs it wide while Dominic Charles gets a full-on through. He's on the charge now, as you can see. Codrington have them weaving down the front straightaway. Dominic Charles with the fastest lap, 35.8. He outguns himself, does he? No, just briefly, as Codrington, as Pommels is attacked now by Gore. Goes up into second position. Tommy in the charge now. We ride with Tommy. Up and under. Codrington with a great defense here out of the penultimate turn. Tommy tucking in there for the slipstream. He's going to leave Codrington on that inside line. Ooh, Pommels all out of shape on the outskirts of the track. He's now going to be relegated down to 5th position. Charles gets through, as well as Chris. And now Tommy's got to worry about Charles. Having a look on the inside is Charles. Has he got the grip on the exit? Tommy's going to have to defend now. So Codrington has an opportunity to get away. Meanwhile, Chris Brathwaite is that much closer to Charles as well. It's a 4-way battle we have going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking back at it from Chris Brathwaite's perspective. Look at them, it's a 3-way battle now. On the break-in, Tommy Gore. Oh, he gets nipped here. Chris gets a pass through. Is better on the acceleration here over Dominic Charles. Is on the inside line, holds his line there, Chris Brathwaite. Hunt has retired from the race, ladies and gentlemen. So we've lost one already. Dominic, after such a staunch fight there against Tommy Gore, has lost out. Gonna make a move on the inside of Chris. He does. He gets a huge door open there for him. Neck and neck now. Down the front straightaway. Who's gonna win the turn 1? Dominic Charles sees the apex and is ahead of Chris Brathwaite. Meanwhile, Gore has got his work cut out against Codrington here. Stephen Pommel's been given a warning there from the... Ooh, look at that! Deep on the brakes is Dominic Charles. Meanwhile, Gore is trying to get on with his business against Codrington. He's on the inside now, having a look. He's not that close, is he? Into the turn-in point, he still has that inside line. Gore's going to try and make a move here. Does he get it done? Codrington lets that go. Look at that defense from Codrington. Meanwhile, he's falling prey to Dominic. Dominic sees the outside now. What a battle we've got going on here, but don't discount Chris Brathwaite. He's in there as well. Look at Tommy Gore having a lot of look there on the inside. Can he make it stick this time? Yes, he does. He's up into first position and covers off his exit line. Oh, huge accident there. Codrington coming in contact with the tire barriers, and that is exactly what I was telling you about. Heads back up the field now. Dominic Charles, his work with Tommy Gore is not over. It's just beginning. Chris with an issue. Oh man, I'm losing my voice here. Oh my gosh. See, the charge is on now. Charles against Gore. We've seen this before. Whew. This one is hot, guys. I'm sweating. Charles taking a little bit too much there off the dirt. But where is he against Tommy Gore? Look at this. Tommy's got to pull a lot of tricks out of that rabbit. Out of that hat, sorry. But it's Dominic with the fastest lap of the race. Can he get by here, Dominic? Cannot look down the order. He's on the outside, Dominic Charles. But Tommy comes in to the inside. Look at that up and under from Dominic Charles. He goes ahead into first position here. Tommy's going to have to respond. The entire of this championship, it's been, look at him, run out of room there. He wasn't even in contention for that fight. Tommy Gore running a desperate race here at Wallerfield International Circuit. And that's it. He loses basis with Dominic Charles. Can he take the fight back to him? Dominic is already a second ahead. Oh man, what an eventful race that was. 4 laps to go here at Wallerfield International Circuit. Dominic Charles is your new race leader, but can Tommy Gore, the Jamaican, bring that fight back to the home crowd owner here? Oh, Dominic Charles takes too much on exit there. Makes a mistake. Tommy has got an opportunity here to come back to him. I'm wiping my face, guys. I'm sweating. Dominic with a dreadful mistake just now. Don't know how he's still in the lead of this race. Oh, he's got a back marker there to try and get by Tommy Gore. I don't think he can close the gap. Look at Dominic throwing out fastest laps here. 34.9. Tommy Gore even harder on the brakes there into turn 1 though. Has brought that deficit down to 5/10. Half a second here. How good is he back on the power, Tommy? He's losing. He's losing. No. What a fight this is. Don't think he can do that again. The leader is on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And unless he makes a mistake here, Dominic is home clear. Now Tommy Gore with a mistake runs it wide. Cannot get that car to get against Dominic here. He's gonna claim it. Dominic Charles wins it. Finally we get this race under our belt. Tommy Gore brings it home in second. Valuable points here. Stephen Pommels. What a race to hold on to third position. Oswin Wilson finally brings it back there. The comeback king in fourth. Chris Brathwaite is going to claim 5th position. 6th is going to go to Javon Codrington. And Afrez Ali comes across the line already, is going to come in 7th. We did lose Ryan Hunt in that race, and Jamal Boudou is going to claim 9th position. Because of the DNF, he's actually going to claim 8th position ahead of Ryan Hunt. Right, so let me get to the oh my gosh, what an event there. What a race that was. Where are these guys? Where are they on the lap? They still coming around? That's Codrington. I think they're all in pit lane here. So let's go in pit lane. Turn this down right quick. And get into the chat here with the fellas. Ugh, wow. All right, all right. What an event that was. Took a while to get it started here, but finally we did. All right, let me just try to get here. Who is in for the. Oh my gosh, I've lost bearings after that one. But I'm getting here the winners of the Group B event. So I'm going to view results here now. For the first race, it was Sebastian Palmer versus Damani Edwards. Tavar Clark coming across the line there. We're going to start with Tavar first. Uh, Good to see you back in the podium, sir. How was that race? Are you there first and foremost, Tavar?
Yeah, yes, I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here, man.
all right. Go
It
ahead.
was really a good race. A pretty bad start, but I kind of messed myself up because I know I could catch up to Edwards and Palmer also, but I was just trying to push too hard to catch these guys and more focused on catching them rather than trying to keep the race clean and keep the car on the track. I made a lot of mistakes in the first race, and even I think one of the time I crashed in the water. I was like, I'm gonna lose this P3. And then when I came back on, I was like, the car was like full red damage. I was like, I can't. But then I checked, I was still in P3. And I was like, all right, I just gotta see at least that few laps. And in the race too, I was like, all right, I gotta just keep it clean. It was a pretty good start, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hold my head down and keep it. But then Edwards was in front of me, so I was like, I got to second for P2 because coming into this race, I know that he was the only one who could have like given me that hard fight. You know, not no offense to Seb though, but he's a really good guy and a really good driver also. But Edwards, he had the pace on me on the stretch, but in the corner, that's where I kind of gained a lot of time. So I got to push hard through the corner, and then I realized he made a mistake. I'm not sure what happened there. And from then, I was like, all right, this is my race to win. So I just kind of keep it clean and try to keep a consistent pace of 43. And it was a really good win in the last race. So
Yep,
I'm grateful.
it was definitely a great battle to watch as well. Damani Edwards too, holding on. We now move over to Damani Edwards in the first race there, coming in second position. We know you had the pace since last week. You've been showing out with the pace here and coming in a podium spot here to grab some nice points. Damani, is he there? As I'm trying to locate my voice here. I don't see Damani. No, he's not there. So we'll move on now to Derek Rudder, who brought third in the second race. Great run there by you, Derek. Tell us a little bit of how that went for you.
Hey, it was a difficult race to keep clean in the first laps, definitely. But I think the guys need to try a little harder to improve the situational awareness and not crash into one another as much.
Most definitely.
Um, and it takes practice, and you need to review the races a little bit yourself and see where you made your own errors and where other people made errors. Um, but yeah, overall, it was a decent race, and I kept it on track and managed to bring home third. Oh, I actually made an unforced error behind Sam Damani Edwards, and that caught he blundered and it took off my concentration and I
Yeah.
went off.
Uh-huh.
And then later on, other people had their own unforced errors, and that's how I was able to get back up to third. But it's not one at the first lap; it's one on the last lap. So
Most definitely. It's about what you do throughout that entire race, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
Derek Rudder there coming in. And then we finally move on to, do I have this correct? Is it correct here? The man finally claiming a win here at CSRO, the youngster from Jamaica, Sebastian Palmer.
Yeah, I'm here. It was a great race. First ever win, that really got me excited. I was been practicing the whole week. I had put in like 200 practice laps, and the car was hard to
Wow.
understand, hard to drive. But in the end, was able to grab the win and take second as well.
Yes, most definitely. We saw you out there in the second race as well. Great run into you, young man. Tell us a little bit about this car. How did you manage to keep it so consistent? What did you have to employ? I mean, as a young mind as yours, I'm pretty sure some of the older folks would like to hear about that.
Well, I had the traction control off, so that's why I wasn't actually going down into second. Cause when I was in second, I was experiencing a lot of wheel spin,
Yeah, we
so
did
I
notice
was
that.
pretty much only in third and fourth. But it's all about when you put on your throttle. Since it's very understeery, so I want to just brake in a straight line and then get on the gas earlier to not understeer out to the corner.
And you did so perfectly well, consistently well, I might add. Thanks a lot there from the Group B. As we move on now to Group A, sorry. Let's get that first race to you. It was Dominic Childs followed by Chris Brathwaite, then Oswin Wilson, and so we're going to start with Oswin Wilson first. Great podium finish there. It was crazy there on the restart for the second race as well, Oswin. But your thoughts there in that first and second race? Is Oswin there? I can see him, but we can't hear you if you're trying to talk. Let's move on then to Chris Brathwaite. Great racing by you, by the way. I don't think we've seen you that much in top form throughout this entire competition, but at Wallerfield here, you definitely showed out. Please talk us through what has changed here for you, Chris.
Yeah, good night. Didn't have much practice when you started today. Um, I got a bad start for race one. So Dominic and Oswin smoked me on the straight. But throughout the race, I was telling myself, man, just keep my composure. Probably locked out their place, but then they had a little touch, which put me the first. Coming on to the final laps, saw someone in front of me, kind of broke my concentration, went off and settled for second place.
All right, that's that's the way it was done. And then we move on now to Stephen Pummels, man, clutching that third position podium there in the second race. Well done by you, Stephen. That's what you call sticking it out, huh?
Yeah, but man, I tell you that was just a roller coaster of a race weekend. Especially coming off the the the, po- the the performance from last week.
Right.
I wanted to be myself, and ah, the first race kind of was a blinder for me, because I was trying to get my feet on the car coming into the first race, and I was really pushing it everywhere, especially coming out of that first corner, because you can make up so much time through there.
Yeah,
Um,
indeed.
and yeah, I think I kind of went over the limit too much time, and I ran it into the wall. So that was pretty much the first race for me. Um, the second race though, I think that was the only race I would want to remember. No, coming off of those two, um, where I think it was just the drama behind and just keeping it cool after that. Because I think I had Oswin behind me. Even though it was a couple seconds behind, it was still keeping me honest. So I had to kind of carry it from I think my second career podium. So
Yes.
I'm glad for that.
Well done
Um,
there, Stephen Pummels, and congratulations on that achievement. Now we go on to Tommy Gore, that gave us that spectacular fight there with Dominic Charles coming down to the end. We've seen you said that we haven't even seen you actually in the server throughout the entire week coming into qualifying here with the car under you. Great, great race to you, man.
Yeah, I didn't have any practice at all, not even one lap. I didn't have the cars downloaded or the track, so I missed out a good chunk of qualifying doing that. So first race was just figuring out the car because I got into an incident and was taken out. So from then it was just figure out the car for this next race. And by then I was on pace with Dominic, and it was pretty good. The battles with him were clean, but overall he just knew the intricacies of the track better to take advantage of it. But for sure, I think if I had practiced a lot more in the week, it would have been way easier, and possibly could have seen a win or two from this weekend. But it was good overall, good racing.
All right, good to see you show out there too as well. Gave the gave the fans something definitely to look forward to. And then the man of the hour, the well, it is your home race here, sir, and you've got some friends here on YouTube. Dominic Charles, congratulations to you for that race win. It's two wins
Thank you,
actually.
thank you.
Go
Yeah,
go right ahead.
that first race was something else. I noticed on the launch, everyone just shot ahead of me. I was so confused. I was only getting three-quarter of my throttle actually, cause my my pedals were giving issues. So on the straight, I just unplugged and plugged it back in, and everything seemed to work. So from then on, it was just to catch the top two. I had a little run-in with Oswin after some traffic messed up everything there. That was just chaos. But I waited for him, and then, well, I guess good deeds pay off, right? Because Chris immediately went off after, and I was like, nah, this is the luck of the gods. I just got through there. The second race, I had a really nice battle with Tommy. Well, I mean, you know him. He's just really fast. So I can never complain when I get a good challenge. And well, I guess everything just kind of worked out for me. You know that it was fun.
Yeah, most definitely. We had a lot of fun here watching at that for sure. It was one eventful event, and that car, I mean, with you guys, the fastest guys in the Caribbean, with that car on you, it just looks spectacular, man. Hey, I want to thank all you guys here for coming out today, our viewers as well. Great run in. Next week, we head into our final round there at Bushy Park Circuit. Want to say thanks a lot to all the competitors today for taking part, as well as those winners as well. Congratulations to them. I'm going to step away now from the Discord server. Thanks a lot, guys, for those brief words while I close off the stream. All right, folks, so it's time to go. I know, sad face. But to be honest, I'm just happy we can get this one over and done with here. Ah, man. What a messed up second race that was under this restart. So many nerves running crazy, running wild all over the place. But we finally got it done here and dusted. Round 3 of the Caribbean Sim Racing Series is under our belts at Wallerfield International Circuit. Join us next week, the 27th of February, as we head into the fourth and final round of the CSRS at Bushy Park Circuit. The cars there are still a mystery for you guys, and you're going to definitely know before the week is out via our social media streams. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Share this stream with people that might be interested in what we're doing here at CSRO with CSRS. And I can tell you what, remember that AMSOIL competition that we did a few months back in November? It's coming back. It's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be bigger and better this time around. You're definitely not going to want to miss that. Stay tuned to our social media for more information. It's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's YouTube at Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. Hey, my name is Stefan. Glad of you to join us today. Do enjoy the little tunes that we have playing in the background and join us in the next one. Ciao.